Alrighty, so this is Diesel We the People News. One more time at it. Okay. Alright, never look straight forward, always look around you, be able to protect yourself by any means necessary. Siri. Alright, let's try to get this a little bit more balanced out. It's probably not going to stay long, y'all. I just got things cheaply done. Alright, this is a continuing part because my other one kind of shut it off on me. But it is what it is. Alright, it's going to use words in here that trigger people. I mean, this one particular word just triggers so much people, it's unbelievable. Because they don't read and fully understand or comprehend. They don't understand the Constitution. They don't understand really nothing of the basic rights. Alright, let's go. Oh, by the way, this case right here should be in every single court case you have. Period. Why attorneys don't do it? You know why. But if you end up taking care of your own business in the courts, I would use this in every single case you bring up.
To their public servants in government, because they're public servants, they're not public masters. You want to go to pages 471 and 472 of that document and see where it says no such ideas obtained here at the revolution. The sovereignty devolved, that means was bestowed upon the people, and they are truly the sovereigns of the country.
Remember, we got to look at some of these words, right? Devolve, right? He cleared that up for us. So words matter, right? In law, of law, at law. Okay? And we got to understand the difference between all that as well. Again, words matter. They have their own different meanings. And if you challenge it, it's its own jurisdiction.
But they are sovereigns without subjects, unless the slaves among us be so called, and have none to govern but themselves. Okay?
There you go. All right? The United States people are supposed to govern ourselves. That's what made us really, in a lot of ways, unique. Our country is to say, okay, government's going to back away, and you guys go on and take care of yourselves. All right? 200 something years later, everybody wants to stand up. Gimme. I don't want to take care of myself. I want to be your slave. Please help me. Help me, master. Literally what we become.
That means, government doesn't tell us how to govern ourselves, because if you're sovereign, you don't have anybody above you. And
Oh, and let's check this out, because people pick on this word. Okay, for argument's sake, educational purpose only, YouTube. All right, if I'm a sovereign man, and there's a man beside me, a sovereign man, we're still equal. That sovereign man cannot override me, and I, a sovereign man, cannot override him. This stupid crap about the sovereign thing is just completely ridiculous. And it's only because of our ignorance of being trained. Alright? And I'm going on a rant because these little nuanced words that cause these big effects of the ignorance. Okay? You two may take this down. I don't give a flying beep. Alright? But to understand and comprehend certain things, right? If I'm a sovereign man and there's a sovereign man beside me, he can't rule me because I can't rule him. Why? Because we're both sovereign and equal. This is not complicated. Breathe, yo. Breathe. All right, breathe. If there's a man beside me and I'm a man, that man is equal to me. I cannot overpower him. Enhances the freaking Constitution, people. You cannot take somebody's rights away just because you're one and the same. All right? And dare I say it, the government signed a contract. They agreed to the terms. Now they may be in silence acquiescence, but they agreed to the terms now that we are their bosses. They signed up for it. It's our ignorance not to put them to the ringer when they do wrong. All right? Give them little spankings. All right? Because they're acting like little children. All right? And I'm using that as a clean word anyway. All right? They've been little children that have not taken care of their own estates. Breathe. Sorry.
What was created by us, just like the King of England had people under him. They were the body politic. All the hangers on, all the people in government, the subjects, the freemen, all that stuff. Because in England, a free man was the higher.
Sit and listen to these words, subjects. I got the subject in custody. All right? They're telling you. They're telling you. I am the king. I'm your master. Kneel before me, my little slaves. They're directly telling you that every single day. Sit and think about it.
Status of the body politic. But the body sovereign was the king. So we are the body sovereign in America. We are not the body politic. Because that would be saying you're both the sovereign and the subject at the same time, and that's not true. And the case law will show you. Yes, Chisholm versus Georgia. There's one for the Supreme Court of New York from 1829 that says basically the same thing. And there's several other cases. So it's very clear that the people are the boss, not the subjects. In the Constitution, it has capital C citizen. And everybody knew at the time that meant.
And that's why I tell you guys, especially for some of you guys that want to do your own paperwork, okay? You don't have to put sovereign on there because it's been so diluted down and due to our letting them do it, right? But I am one of the people, okay? You're clearly telling the courts, look, I'm not this. I am this. And when the judge signs an order and transfer you from being one of the people into a person, you circle that. And you go right back to there and you argue that judge on that behalf. You're using the wrong words. My paperwork clearly states what I am. You don't have no authority to change me, one of the person, or one of the people, into this dead entity person of your legal definition. Not mine and not yours. Okay? Talking to the people right now. All right? Their legal definition.
A member of the body sovereign. And lowercase citizen in both in
very important. So before the 14th Amendment, it was capital C. It wasn't all in caps, but it was capital C. There was a separation between the two citizens. But I digress. Let's check this out.
Law in the courts, lowercase citizen, common citizen is a subject. It's the same in English law as a subject, but it's a
What? What? You're a subject? Well, you agreed that the officer is calling you a subject, so you don't deny it with that officer, where you actually are in silence acquiescent and tacitly agree to his terms that you're a subject. Deny it, people. Do not accept it.
Subject of government, because government basically control and can boss around what it creates. It didn't create people. It created citizens, lowercase c, who are legal fictions. That's on your driver's license. Look at it. It has all cap fiction. That's not you. There's a hierarchy, and The servant doesn't tax the master. The servant doesn't judge the master. That means any trial by jury, 3 words. The number of words and order mean a lot in law too, but jury trial is just window dressing for admiralty, for maritime jurisdiction. 2 words, jury trial. Trial by jury of your peers, capital P peers, means equals. And your servants, the members of the...
I'm going to stop there because my peers, I'm going to even dig a little bit deeper. Okay? For argument's sake, y'all. When you do your own case, you demand you to be the picked jury as well. Okay? I am led to believe and do believe I'm one of the people. Okay? I'm a man. Okay? And according to Law of Nation, I'm not a citizen. Right? So I'm going to ask them, are you a U.S. citizen? Well, yes. Okay. Well, you're not of my peers. Not my peers. Now, they may be your peers, but they're not my peers.
Body politic are not your equals. They are your servants. The schools have deliberately dumbed down everybody, and they've been doing it for a long time. In law, as well as English, a proper noun, that's a capital, as opposed to a common noun, have different meanings, and especially in law.
Listen to them words. They have different meanings, different definitions. Words do matter.
For the corporate constitution, 3 words.
Spelling does matter. Everybody keeps wanting to argue this spellings of the all caps and non-uncaps. But in grammar, in writing, it does have meanings. Facebook, okay, if you write in regular letters, all right, but when you put it on caps, what does that tell you? Somebody's yelling at you because it has a different meaning. You're in a different realm with the word.
United States Constitution. I didn't say Constitution of the United States. I said United States Constitution. That's the corporate constitution created by Congress in the District of Columbia to govern the District of Columbia in 1871. And all of its bylaws are called the United States Code. Those are the bylaws of that corporation. Okay, the organic federal government, its constitution is part of the Constitution for the United States of America, but it sets the framework of the federal government, what they're supposed to do, the 19 delegated duties that we delegated. We could make our own stamps, we could make our own money, we could fix our own roads, but we didn't. We delegated that to government, to our servants to do. Those 19 things, running the post office, postal roads, making the money, maintaining the Navy and all that jazz. That's what the federal government was supposed to do.
All right, we're going to go ahead and end it there because all right, look in the corner. All right, realize this. And I'm going to make this simple as I can, people. The Second Amendment says, shall not be infringed. Okay? But there's a statute saying what you can and cannot have with the Second Amendment. That statute is supposed to be married to the Constitution. All right? Now, that statute, all right, for all intents and purposes, originally, not today, but originally, that statute was actually to order the cops that couldn't have these weapons. It ordered the FBI not to have them type of weapons. Not the people shall not be infringed. All right? That statute, if it did not equal up with the Constitution, is because the delegated authority was letting them know that that statute applied to the officers. If it applies to you, that means you agreed you are part of their government body, that you're just not getting paid. You just give up all your rights and not get paid. They give up all their rights, and then somehow magically with fairy dust end up getting some type of sovereign immunity. It must be nice to be able to create all these fairy dust and sprinkle all over yourself. All right, I digress, y'all. This is We People News. Bye. If you sit and think about it, it makes sense. But you have to think outside the box. Never look straight forward. Always look around you to be able to protect yourself by any means necessary. Till next time. Bye, y'all.